To some, cognac has a big question mark around it. What is cognac? I'm going to tell you everything you need to know, from what it tastes like to how to properly drink it. Cognac is a type of brandy. Brandy is a type of liquor made by distilling wine. Think of it as a wine that's just been taken to the next level. By distilling wine, you concentrate its flavors and alcohol content, creating a rich, strong spirit. While all cognac is brandy, not all brandy is cognac. For it to be designated as cognac, it must come from a specific region in France called Cognac. Think of brandy and cognac like sparkling wine and champagne. All champagne is sparkling wine, but not all sparkling wine is champagne. Because to be classified as champagne, it must come from a specific region in France called Champagne. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. We know that cognac is made from wine, which is produced from grapes. 98% of cognac is made from a grape called Ugni Blanc. This grape is known for its high acidity and low sugar content. High acidity helps preserve the wine during the distillation process, and low sugar results in a more balanced and smooth spirit. There are two other types of grapes that are most commonly used. Faux Blanche, which is known for its fruity and floral notes. This adds complexity and depth to the cognac. And Colomba, which adds a bit more fruitiness and spice to the mix. While these aren't the only additional grapes used, they are the most common. So how is cognac made? Here's a quick step-by-step. Step 1, harvest the grapes. Then ferment the grape juice to create a low alcohol wine. Distill the wine twice in traditional copper pot stills. The second distillation is called eau de vie. The eau de vie is then aged in oak barrels for at least 2 years. But that's just the minimum aging time. Some cognacs are aged for much longer. Finally, it's blended to reach a consistent flavor and aroma profile. Like I mentioned, there are different aging times for cognac, and this is how cognac is mainly classified. Although there are a handful of classifications, the big three that you'll see in stores are VS, VSOP, and XO. VS stands for very special and is at least 2 years old. These cognacs tend to be lighter and fruitier. VSOP is very superior old pale, aged for at least 4 years, and tends to be more complex with nuanced flavor profiles. You may get some fruitiness, floral, spice, and oak in these. XO means extra old and is aged for a 10-year minimum. This allows for the cognac to reach its pinnacle complexity and refinement, creating a spirit that's rich, complex, and full-bodied, with flavors ranging from dried fruit to tobacco and leather. Now for the fun part. How do you properly taste it? There's not one right way to do it, but this is one of the best ways to get all of the aromas and flavors. Today, I'm tasting Maison Rouge VSOP Cognac. You can use whichever you'd like. We'd recommend something with a little bit of age for a better sipping experience. You will also want to make sure that it's room temperature and avoid chilling it because that can mute some of the flavors. For glassware, go for something tulip-shaped. This will allow for all the aromas to go straight to your nose. If you don't have one, a snifter will work just fine. First, check out that color. Is it lighter in color or dark amber? Darker hues indicate it's more aged, but there are some exceptions. Now it's time to smell the spirit. There are 2 stages to smelling cognac. Give it your first nose, holding the glass about a ½ inch from your nose to smell it. With this, you'll pick up on the initial aromas you get from any cognac, some alcohol and caramel notes. Then give it a small swirl and your second nose. This time you should pick up on the finer details. Now take a small sip and coat the inside of your mouth with the spirit to get all the flavors, really paying attention to the mouthfeel. Swallow the sip and exhale through your nose. The traditional way to sip cognac is neat, just like how we sampled it. No ice, no mixers, room temperature. You can also add a splash of room temp water to the glass to really open up the aromas and flavors, similar to whiskey. If you'd rather enjoy it in a cocktail, I'd recommend a sidecar or a Sazerac. I hope this opened up your eyes to the world of cognac. Go pick up a bottle at your local ABC or online at abcfws.com. See you on the next one.